Thank you so very much on obliging us at such a short notice of a few hours. Actually, we contacted you about a month ago, but we
Yeah,
ultimately could not finalize because the students' UG and PG practical exams came in the middle. They also now have a development journalism exam practical on the 3rd of January, but we
okay.
had of 2 days, so I just thought if I could smuggle you in.
No problem.
Self, but for the benefit of students. And from our past interactions with you, we know you are a very genuine soul who wants to go out of his way to help out students to benefit as much as they can from
Yeah,
your initiatives.
fine, madam. I think we all should switch on the video so that we can have a group photograph.
Yes. Please switch on. 1 minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Namaskar, Sudha ma'am.
नमस्कार सर आपका बहुत स्वागत है डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ डेवलपमेंट कम्युनिकेशन एंड एक्सटेंशन लेडी अर्विन कॉलेज के बिहाफ पे और मेरे स्टूडेंट्स के बिहाफ पे
जी
स्पेशली डेवलपमेंट जर्नलिज्म के स्टूडेंट्स के बिहाफ पे
जी मैडम।
बहुत शुक्रिया कि आपने इतने शॉर्ट नोटिस पे हमारा निवेदन स्वीकार किया और हमें आज कृतार्थ किया इन अ वे विद नहीं नहीं
एक्चुअली मैडम
इट
शॉर्ट नोटिस था, लेकिन क्या होता है ना कि ये जो मंथ एंड है ना, थर्टी
जी
एट
जी
31st,
जी नहीं व्यक्ति
ये
ऊपर से 31st आपने फिर भी रात को इन द मिडल ऑफ द पार्टी आपने मेरे मैसेजेस लिए और सब कुछ किया मैं आपकी बहुत शुक्रगुजार हूँ
रिस्पॉन्ड
स्पेशली
तो
अपने
करना।
पूरे तरफ से हमने तो आपको 2 बार सुना है पर इस बैच ने आपके अनुभव से अभी बेनिफिट नहीं लिया है तो आज मैं उम्मीद करती हूँ आपके अनुभवों से ये स्टूडेंट्स बेनिफिट लेंगे आई जस्ट वांट टू इंट्रोड्यूस दैट मिस्टर मुकेश श्रीवास्तव इज an engineer by training, but a very well renowned, internationally known photographer and has won too many awards and has also authored 2 books about which I've shared the pictures with you on your groups. May I request Megashri to now introduce him and welcome him formally on behalf of the students of development journalism?
Yes, ma'am, definitely. So, good morning, everyone. I am Mekshri Matpal, a final year student of MSc It's an extreme pleasure for me to get this opportunity to introduce our speaker for the day, who is Mr. Mukesh Srivastav. He's an engineer turned photographer who has carved a remarkable niche in the global artistic landscape. Originating from Ajmer, Rajasthan, his lens captures the essence of cities, sand dunes, camels, and vibrant culture. Armed with a postgraduate degree in digital electronics from the Indian Institute of Science, he is the former Indian government director, has become a freelance photographer residing in Dhanbad, Jharkhand. Mukesh overviews spans diverse genres, spotlighting raw human experiences globally. A trailblazer, he authored the first Indian book on digital photography, which is Digital Photography Ultimate Field Guide for Amateurs and Professionals in 2012, and authored a book which is Advanced Photography Tips and Tricks. With over 15,000 stock images and international publications, his include the Prestige Image of the Year Awards for PSA in 2015 and EFIAP distinction from FIAP France in 2016. We welcome you, sir. We hope to get to learn a lot from you today. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
So I will be happy अगर am I audible? Yes. I'll be happy sir अगर आप कुछ और अपनी तरफ से अपने अनुभवों के बारे में ऐड करना चाहे बिफोर यू बिगिन विद द फॉर्मल प्रेजेंटेशन यू
Sure,
हैव रिच एक्सपीरियंस कुछ और
right.
अपने बारे में कहना चाहते हैं तो आप बताइए
Sure. May I request all the participants, all the students to switch on their video so that we can have a group photograph. Please be quick so that we can start. Now it's looking, gathering. Otherwise, it was simple me and Sudha ma'am. More participants. Kamri, Lisa, Khushi, Pallavi, Pragati is on. Pallavi and Khushi is her video is not on. Anyway, then we can have a group photograph. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Yes, my dear students and Sudha ma'am, I am really fortunate enough to share my experiences, my ideas, my views with all the young students जिनके हाथों में भविष्य है और देश का भविष्य भी उन्हीं के हाथों में है। हम लोग तो बहुत कुछ कर चुके हैं, अब आप लोगों को करना है। और ये जो आज का टॉपिक है फोटो जर्नलिज्म, बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग है। देखिए, हम लोग मोबाइल से भी फोटोग्राफी करते हैं, हम सभी आजकल तो मेरे ख्याल से 1,40,00,000 में मेरे ख्याल से 1,35,00,000 लोग तो फोटोग्राफर हैं, क्योंकि सबके पास मोबाइल हो गया आजकल, ठीक है। बट बाकी जो फोटोग्राफी है, जैसे पोर्ट्रेट हुआ या लैंडस्केप हुआ, उससे फोटो जर्नलिज्म थोड़ा सा हटके है। ओके, जैसे मान लिया कि अभी सुधा मैम बैठी, इनका फोटो खींच लेंगे, दिस इज ए पोर्ट्रेट। लैंडस्केप है, वो फिक्स्ड है, स्टिल है, तो आई कैन टेक माई टाइम, आई कैन क्लिक एनी व्यू बाय चेंजिंग डिफरेंट एंगल एंड सो again. But in photojournalism, it is all about capturing the moment. If you miss the moment by a fraction of second, you will not get what you want to get it. Okay. So today our main concern will be this, and for the practical, I will also give you some idea about the photo story, how you create a photo story wherever you are, maybe in Delhi, maybe in Noida, maybe in Haryana or anywhere. You can create a story like what I have created. Okay, so I will also show you some examples to help you in getting your practicals efficiently, yeah, and effectively. So I will share my screen, then we'll talk further. Okay. My screen is visible, ma'am?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Just I will tell you about this picture. This is simple wood texture, and I always experiment on some new ideas. So this is what I experimented during last 1 month, and I am working on that. Okay. So I welcome all of you. Photojournalism is a part of journalism. Journalism is basically collecting, editing, and presenting news material for publication or broadcast. But in photojournalism, that visual part comes into picture. It is a visual form of journalism that creates images in order to tell a news story. You must be reading newspapers. Likewise, editorial does not carry probably any image mostly. So we don't go for reading editorial in case we are not interested. But in any news articles, if it is supported with an image, our attraction comes there, and then we start reading that part of the news material. So that visual impact is very important to attract viewers or the readers. Like, see, this is a copy from Times of India. You see this news, colonism by numbers. But simply by giving text, nobody will like to read it. but added with the visual impact with the image, it is really attractive. Journalism simply is to the collection, preparation, and distribution of news and related commentary and feature materials through such print and electronic media as newspapers, magazines, books, blogs, webcasts, podcasts, social networking, and social media sites, and email as well as through radio, motion pictures, etc. The purpose of journalism is thus to provide citizens with the information they need to make the best possible decisions about their lives, their communities, their societies, and their governments. So now journalism has got a lot of job opportunities like advertising copywriter, digital copywriter, market researcher, public relation officer, editor, photojournalist, proofreader, feature writer, correspondent, and special reporter like that. So there are challenging job and opportunity in the field of journalism and photojournalism. There are two types of photojournalism. A photo, single photo, which supports the story, and photo itself becomes the story. You can create a story through a photograph having a group of people. To the extent that the photo should be able to narrate the story itself. There are two types of photojournalism: news and views. News means the material which dies within 24 hours. Likewise, some accident has occurred somewhere, or some protest march has been done in the Jantar Mantar. So that becomes a news. Or say Prime Minister is inaugurating airport at Ayodhya, it becomes a news. But that news is only for, the life is only for 24 hours. Okay. But views, it remains forever. Views are immortal. I will show you some examples afterwards. Like this is a news that Abu Dhabi Crown Prince was the guest of Wonderful Republic Day in 2017. This is also a news. And now this is a view, because a starving 24-year-old mother with her child, Bifra, 1968, it was captured by Don McCullin. And you can see this image will remain mortal for days to come, for years to come. Again, see the second picture, a high-profile lady spit in publicly. So this becomes a mortal photograph. This is very interesting photograph. When our present Prime Minister Narendra Bhai Modi was having differences with Lal Krishna Advani ji, then one of the photojournalists of Hindustan Times, Ashok Karan, he is a friend of mine, he captured this moment. You see the moment. Both are looking opposite each other. Okay. So it gives the story that there are some differences between these two politicians. Then, particularly in photojournalism, you have to be very honest and impartial. Although in practice nowadays, this is not 100% true, but we should try to be honest and impartial. The ethics of photojournalism. There is an international organization in the University of Georgia, NPPA. They define the code of ethics for photojournalism and journalists. It is the individual responsibility of every photojournalist at all times to strive for pictures that report truthfully, honestly, and objectively. I think I should not waste my time in reading all these things. Certainly, the session is being recorded and you will be given the link of the recording. Fine? Sudha ma'am, is it okay? Sudha ma'am, is it okay?
Yeah. I think yes. We should focus more on the discussions because that's more valuable.
Yeah. Then letting the test.
And are you doing the recording?
Sure.
So we'll get a recording from you. That's okay.
Okay, I'm doing the recording, don't worry.
Yeah.
Let me check a bit. No, just give me time. Maybe I think yes, it's going on.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, ठीक है. Because then that, we can focus more on
More,
your
more on the practical aspect. Okay.
yeah, interaction.
Yeah. And one more important part is the caption of your photograph or the report that grab the reader's attention. Provide information for the busy reader who may not read the related story. The caption actually attracts the people and supported by the visual in form of image. And then we read the whole article or whole news article. What is the goal of the caption? Report what may be ambiguous in the photography. Tell another thing than the only picture. A good caption should include the 5 W's rule: who, where, when, what, and why. Particularly in photojournalism, picture must be very simple, and not only photojournalism. In any, I had been jury for a number of international photo competitions. We always look for simplicity in the image. The picture is not crowded or cluttered unless the purpose is to show how big the crowd is. So in making any image, we should try to focus on what element in the frame is diverting the attention of the viewer. So we should eliminate that. But you will say how we can do it in the photojournalism, because there is a frame in front of me. Simply by placing yourself left, right, or changing your locations, you can get the best frame with the desired elements only. Rarely should have more than 5 people in a picture. Anything distracting to the picture should be eliminated. This is very important, not only for photojournalism, for any kind of photography. Anything that helps a picture tell a story, of course, should be included. You see in this picture, purposefully, this is a very good example of photojournalism. It was captured in Calcutta. So you see, my main focus is the lady who is worshipping, who is a devotee of goddess. But to show the crowd, I am not showing the complete crowd. I am just showing their legs and hands. It depicts everything, a story in itself. Again here, only the child who is pouring the water from the bucket has been included, and other crowd is not visible at all. Capturing pictures always a stress for a focal point. Viewers should not have their eyes pulled in 3 or 4 directions. Instead, eyes should be drawn to the main subject, and then the viewer may look at lesser figures. Like you see here, attention is drawn only towards the woman and that child pouring the water. Other part is the supporting only. Here also, So that is the main focal point should be stressed upon. Here you see, the main focal point is a shopkeeper taking a nap. Action should be taken care of while capturing the pictures. In almost all cases, a picture of people doing something will be much better than one in which a person is staring into the camera. Always in photojournalism, we should avoid the people facing the camera because that becomes a posed frame. So we must avoid that. This is a wonderful example. It was captured while bombarding in Nepal and the running girl. Subject. A good photojournalist seeks variety in subjects, young and old, the garish and the plain, the ordinary and the extraordinary. The same girl, what you have seen here, then the photographer met her after 40 years. This is a wonderful, you can views in terms of photojournalism. Technical quality, of course, the image must be well focused, sharp, well framed like that. The picture must be in focus without blur caused by camera movement. The picture needs sharp, clear difference between the various lights and dark shades. What happens ki once the sharpness of an image, it all depends upon the comparison of the dark areas and the bright areas, which is also called contrast. So the picture should be having a well contrast in the visual effect. You see here, this is one of the examples of photojournalism. This was captured in Dhanbad only, that the tribal people celebrates their festival like this. This is in action. It is totally nothing arranged. It is extempo. Story. The picture may show gloom or ecstasy, pleasure or pain, success or failure, interest or boredom. But the picture usually tells more. It should convey information about an event, a string of events, a person, a building, or a place. So there should be some story. It may be pleasure, it may be painful, it may be a successful story, it may be a failure story, but there should be some story in every frame. See here, there is a story. The son is helping the aged father. See, this is another story, and this I captured in Italy purposefully because mostly the people from Western countries, they come to India and they take the photograph of the beggars. And they create an image of our country that the India is a country of beggars. So while visiting the Europe in 2013, I made it a point to locate the beggars in the Western country. And this is the one I captured. This is a very good story behind this image. In Camel Fair at Pushkar, I captured this. Before selling the camel, they pass the nose and then they put the rassi in the nose and then they sell it off. So this is a symbol of unused camel. See the expression of this child. This is a captured in Gajan festival in West Bengal. Mood. A picture should capture the mood of an event. A picture of a stage so may place the artist in bright light, smiling broadly, with the faces of the audience laughing in the darker auditorium. So always capture the mood, expression in the frame. Like you see this. See the expression, the mood of the main subject. See, it's a big crowd, but see the expression of the faces of every woman, every child sitting in the auditorium. This was captured in Pushkar Fair. Truth. A picture should give an honest account of what happened. Certain props are fine if they do not distort reality. Like see, a man burning himself with kerosene. This is a wonderful picture with story. See, soldier during war, captured by Larry Bureau. This is photography in the war is very, very risky and very challenging. But see how much risk this photographer James Nightway has taken. And baby, this is a picture by Raghu Rai. I like this picture very much. See, this is the picture size and orientation. Unless a published picture is big enough to see easily, the message probably is lost. When an image should be as big as possible, the shape of the picture can also help the readers to get the point in a glance. A vertical picture of a four-story building, for example, would have more impact than a horizontal shot. A vertical picture of a jubilant fans running onto the football field would look out of property because you have to decide. Actually, this vertical orientation is called portrait layout, and the horizontal format or picture is called landscape. Landscape means width is more and height is less. Portrait or vertical photograph means the height is more and width is less. Like see, there are two views of same picture. One is in the horizontal layout, another is in the vertical layout. Since this is a tall architecture, so definitely the second one in the vertical layout looks much more impressive than in the first horizontal layout. This is how we have to decide. See, this is the same picture, simply I have cropped that left one from the landscape layout of the second picture. Now the second picture, the main focus on the main subject is getting diverted. So if I crop vertically, our concentration, our view straightway goes to the main subject. You must know your camera because the tool you are using, you must be fully conversant with the features of that tool. It may be a DSLR camera, mirrorless camera, or maybe even mobile. A camera needs not be very expensive. You just have to be well acquainted of what you have by constant practice. I can give you an example. I think if I get time, I will show you. One picture I captured in 2005 in Nagpur, and that sunbird is taking the last drop of water from the water tap, and that picture I captured with a 6.1 megapixel camera. As simple as that. Okay, nowadays even the mobile camera coming with more than 50 or 60 megapixel. But during those time, I captured that image with a simple camera with 6.1 megapixel, and that made me famous internationally. That was exhibited in Times Square for 24 hours. That got the cover page of an Australian calendar of 2012, like that. So it all depends upon how you handle your tool. It's not that expensive tool can give you a very good image. Never. It all depends upon your third eye, your vision, your intelligence, and your timely clicking the photograph. Try squatting or kneeling down or standing on your toes or on a chair when shooting pictures. What happens? Because of laziness, we normally go as per our normal, we keep our camera with a normal height in front of your eyes or in front of the chest. So we get a simple frame. But the moment you kneel down, means ki, you take the shot from the lower angle, you raise your foot and take a upper angle, you will find a different kind of picture, different kind of impact on the image. Take portraits of a people doing their thing. Candid shots and action pictures are the best. Likewise, if you want to make a passport size photograph, that is different thing. But always you capture a portrait in doing something in action, so that it can give you a look of a candid photograph. But you can also arrange it to get a candid frame. Do not hesitate to ask the subject to do what you believe will make the best. I am telling you one thing. I normally use my technique of shooting a portrait. I say my subject to look back. When I turn from your neck and look backside. And when I say 1, 2, 3, immediately you turn your head and see towards the camera. So by doing that, I get the candid expression on the subject. You can read afterwards about the camera. See, this is a frame captured in Delhi. I think in Gurgaon I captured this. That blacksmith people are working. And all three are in action. So the frame is a 200% candid frame. See, this blacksmith, I captured this in Jaisalmer. That motion on the hammer, it indicates that this is a candid shot and everything is technically the quality is super. This is another photojournalism picture. See. Protest march in Calcutta. See this picture. And to capture this picture, even the photographer was inside that flooded water. This you have to take in photojournalism. You have to take risk. You cannot be a lazy person. This is a top angle view. See. Already this is a Chhat occasion picture. Tips for aspiring photojournalist. Concentrate on facial expressions. Look for focal point of interest. And this is very, very most important. Always you decide what is the focal point in the whole frame. Take more than one shot of every scene to be assured of the best angle. In photos of exhibits, it is better to have someone viewing the exhibits than just picture them. I will show you example also. Be always at the lookout to take unusual pictures. Unusual means ki, like for every frame, you must have seen thousands of pictures. But when you are going to the same location, same site, you always think that I should capture the frame in a very unusual and unique manner. Read manuals of photographer to learn techniques in picture taking. This is one. I am posing in front of the picture. This is not a good photojournalist picture. Okay. Now, next picture. Now I am discussing with the DC of Bikaner and discussing about the picture. So this becomes a frame of photojournalism. This is not photojournalism. This is a posed picture, and this is the photojournalism. Avoid the following. A ribbon cutting picture. Although in paper this is required, but even the editor of so many news agencies, they do not like such kind of ribbon cutting pictures or hands shaking during award celebration. They want something in action, like this is a group photograph in a position. They don't like it. No publisher will, no print media or electronic media will publish such kind of frame. What they publish like this, because something is in action. The mentor is teaching the participants, and mentor is in action. So see the difference. This already you have seen. Again, this is also a very good picture, immortal picture that Lalu Yadav is spitting pan. And I'm showing some pictures of our Indian photojournalist, Anil Sharma, working as a photojournalist with the Indian Express. A few of his pictures. Burhan Kinu, working with Hindustan Times and is based in New Delhi. Chandan Khanna, working with Agence France Press, that is AFP, and based in Delhi itself. Photojournalism, photo story. I'm giving you some example. I'll also show you some good pictures on the how to make a photo story. Political happening. You can create a photo story on political happening, on travel, on social evils, lost childhood, environment, and pollution impact. Now see, this is a political happening. You can create a complete story. This is a political happening. Political happening. Political happening. Now travel photojournalism. Visualize a theme, pen down points, locate and plan your travel. Meet and mix with the local people. Very, very important. as a friend, understand their lifestyle and culture, understand the history of the area and community. Supplement your text with visuals. My advice is always there that while making a PJ photo story, you make more visuals and minimum text, because nowadays nobody has got time to read so many words. This is one travel photojournalism I created on Santhal tribals. It is in Tundi in Naxal belt area nearby Dharbar. I will show you the example. Wait. How to give that? I will show you this PDF afterwards. It's not working right now here. I think why it's not working. Anyway, and then comes PJ photo story on social evils. You see, you can create social evils. Say no to dowry. Say no to child marriage. Then lost childhood. This is a wonderful subject, and you can work on this as a practical in Delhi itself. Child labor, stop child labor. Lost childhood. The left part is some sweet ones, the right part is some bitter ones. We show the poverty. I did it last year, photo story on lost childhood. See, this is the lost childhood. Lost childhood. Lost childhood. Then pollution impact. I think this is also a very good subject, particularly for Delhi. And nowadays, Delhi is full of pollution. Pollution impact. You can always take the upper view by placing yourself in the balcony or in the rooftop of a side building and all. Thanks. I will show you some. Let me see if I can show you that PDF file. It is here. Am I visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah, you are visible.
I will share this PDF file with you also, so that students can go through this. Okay. So I'm not reading the text.
Yeah, that's fine, sir.
This is a travel story based on the particular location that is called Tundi. It is very hardly 35 kilometers from Dhanbad. So the travel means the picture which indicates that particular geographical location, and then it also invites you to visit that place. So this is two images of Tundi. One is the reflection on the river bank. Again, river bank. This is tribal lifestyle. then tribal people, tribal village life, then the hard-working women in tribal areas, they collect dry leaves to use as a fuel for cooking food. Then joyful life. So for doing this, you must pen down. You must write various points. Likewise, I wrote it to joyful times or something like hardworking woman. So while doing a story on the travel, you must pen down the main topics. You must do the recce of a certain area, and then you go and make a story. And as I told you earlier, before making your any photo story or travel photo story in particular, you must meet the local people and make friendship with them. So this is how I met the people and made friendship with them. Then I kept on getting the frame. They become very friendly. I will share this PDF file to all of you, to Sudha Madam, and she will distribute.
Sure, sir. Yeah.
I think this is all for today. This already I have shown you. Well, I have stopped sharing my screen. Now, students, feel free to ask anything from me.
A break for questions. I would request 2-3 things from you.
Yeah.
Your very rich experience of travel. One, travel journalism as a career. Options these days, and what should a student keep in mind? Photojournalism as a career, how much scope and relevance today?
I don't think it has a relevance and a scope. But again, if you are going for a photojournalism on travel, then you must either associate yourself with some agency, travel agency.
Yeah. Normally
So
that is.
I know a few travel agents who always carry a photographer.
Okay, that's great.
Who has already visited that area, and they pay them very good amount. Plus free travel, definitely free travel, you get it.
Stay and travel, and yes,
Yeah.
they also join the groups and whatever. There are agencies that do it.
Yes.
And mainstream media में सर photojournalism का कितना relevance है even today? I want to know, with the changing world, digitization, less readership, more viewership, and then
काफी स्कोप है. क्या होता है कि देखिए, तो लोग कई बार सोचते हैं कि कंपटीशन बहुत टफ है फोटो जर्नलिज्म में
जी,
लेकिन ऑलवेज अगर आप में स्किल होगा, जिसमें स्किल होगा वो आगे बढ़ेगा. अभी जो आपके न्यूज एजेंसी में बहुत सारे रिपोर्टर्स हैं, लाइक चौधरी, बहुत लोग हैं जो पहले कहीं नहीं थे, अचानक ये इतने बढ़े कि कहां से कहां पहुंचे. ऐसे बहुत सारे एग्जाम्पल्स है. तो यू हैव टू build, one has to build himself or herself to acquire that skill to do something very unique. Then only you can survive in the market.
So any one or two courses you recommend, because these are not full-time photographers or video makers. They've just learned it along with other subjects to present their work better. So supposing as they pass out of the MSc, I know there are some of them who have very good conceptual clarity, particularly my DJ group, development journalism group. If some of them want to just take up a short course or two, and then start working with some agencies, maybe as placements or as freelancers. I know some of them have the skill. Any one or two courses you recommend for them to just
See, the best,
sharpen?
the best institute in the country is Life and Light Academy at
Mm.
OT. Actually, they run a lot of diploma and PG courses, but they also conduct 1 week short time course. Even your college or university can approach them and
Mhm.
1 week on photojournalism.
So after the talk is over, if you can share their, contact or links,
Sure,
I'll
sure, sure, sir. I'll share that.
forward, because I know some of my girls have that capacity,
Yeah,
though they don't have to be always so good in print journalism if they're not, but if they have this capacity, a creative capacity, they
sure,
can.
sure, sure.
And I would
I'm
want them,
telling you, Life and Light Academy is the
yeah,
only photographic institute in the country which
okay,
spread in few acres of land.
okay,
Mostly the photographic institute, there are few in Delhi also, few
okay.
in Bombay also. They run
Mhm,
in a flat, either two-room flat or three-room flat. Okay, but this
mhm.
is just like an university. It's a big campus, spread
Yes.
I think 5 or 10 acres.
Uh-huh.
I did my course from that institute only, and it's a
Oh,
very good place. So you
oh.
can approach them, and they can tailor made a 1 week course only for your student.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what I thought. If they
Yeah.
can benefit from short-term courses.
Yes, I'll share you the link and the phone number also.
Sure, sir. Sure, sir. Thank you.
I'll do that.
Some more of your experiences. I want them to learn while being a journalist, a photojournalist or a travel journalist. कुछ अच्छे अनुभव, कुछ आउटस्टैंडिंग, यू नो एडवेंचरस अनुभव, कुछ भी,
Yes,
बिकॉज आपसे बार बार बात करने का मौका कम मिलेगा। वो आपकी जो पीपीटी है वो तो बाद में भी पढ़ लेंगे, दैट
yes, yes.
यू इज मोर इम्पोर्टेंट।
आपको हम दो एग्जाम्पल देते हैं। पहला तो एक सुखद अनुभूति और दूसरा दुखद कहिए या डिमोरलाइज फीलिंग ऑल्सो।
जी।
सुखद अनुभूति ये है कि हम कई बार दैनिक भास्कर के साथ हम काम करते हैं, चाहे धनबाद में हो या अजमेर में हो, कहीं भी हो। तो
हम्म,
ये लोग हमको कुछ स्पेशल असाइनमेंट देते हैं।
हम्म,
I am not a full-time paid photojournalist for them. I
हम्म,
just get invitation for some unique or special occasion of the event.
हम्म,
So when I go on their assignment, I capture hundreds of images, and then when I find it published on the front page, तो वो जो खुशी मिलती है वो मेरे ख्याल से उसको हम लोग पैसों में नहीं तोल सकते। अब क्या होता है, कई बार हम खुद जाते हैं, जैसे अभी जो मौसम है फॉगी वेदर का, तो होता क्या है कि बीइंग ए फोटो जर्नलिस्ट विद आर्ट टच ऑफ आर्ट फोटोग्राफी, I also include that art technique, that static value in that frame. I capture it, I spend time, but when it does not get published in 8th column, then it gives a very shock to me. Okay, so this kind of things happen in life. लेकिन इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि हम काम ना करें, हम काम करें, आगे बढ़े। ये तो कभी सफलता कभी असफलता, ये तो पार्ट ऑफ प्रोफेशनल लाइफ। और कई बार हम जाते हैं गांव में, तो गांव में क्या है कि अगर किसी स्टोरी के लिए हम जा रहे हैं गांव में या कहीं भी जा रहे हैं, तो कई बार गांव के लोग बहुत ही अभद्र तरीके से व्यवहार करते हैं। अब उसको हैंडल करना पड़ता है। हैंडल करने हम कई बार ऐसा महसूस किए, सफर भी किए, तो हमने डिसाइड किया कहीं भी जाओ तो वहाँ का जो लोकल, खास के जो सरपंच हो और मुखिया हो, उससे पहले बात कर लिया जाए। उससे बात करने से क्या है, थिंग्स बिकम्स वेरी इजी। जैसे अभी हमारा एक धनबाद कैमरा क्लब भी हम चलाते हैं, जिसके हम प्रेसिडेंट हैं। अभी जनवरी में जो ये ईंट का भट्ठा होता है, उस पर हम अपना फोटो वॉक करवाएंगे हमारे मेंबर्स का। अब ईद के भट्टे पे चूंकि दे आर डूइंग लॉट ऑफ इलीगल जॉब, तो वो लोग किसी फोटोग्राफर को देख के भाग जाते हैं, काम नहीं करते हैं, या मे बी कि फोटोग्राफर को पकड़ के पीट भी दें। तो ये सब अवॉइड करने के लिए हमने पहले वहाँ एक बार खुद अकेले हम गए, बिना कैमरा को बाहर निकाले हुए। वहाँ का जो ऑनर है उसके साथ बैठ के बातचीत की, हम बताए कि देखो हम लोग कुछ आएंगे यहाँ पे फोटोग्राफी करेंगे, लेकिन इसका मीडिया से कोई कंसर्न नहीं है, किसी भी डिपार्टमेंट से कोई कंसर्न नहीं। तो जब बहुत कन्विंस हुआ, अपना परिचय दिए, तो बोला कि ठीक है। तो हमको हमारे क्लब के मेंबर्स को उसने जनवरी में इनवाइट किया। तो इन सब चीज़ों को प्लान करना पड़ता है। एनी
सर,
भैया,
आपने सर, आप कैरी ऑन कीजिए, आई आस्क इट।
just I'm asking, students should come out and ask something because they have to learn. And anyone from the students, they want to ask anything? They are feeling shy.
Girls, please come forward if you have things to discuss. I was only trying to facilitate because we've heard him once. We wanted to gain from his earlier experiences before we
देखो,
threw the.
साई बनने से तो फोटो जर्नलिज्म में कुछ आप कर भी नहीं पाओगे। You have to become outspoken, and the more you ask the question, the more you learn. Okay, madam, they are not, they are feeling shy. हाँ, बोलिए।
सर, आपने पिछली बार एक अनुभव शेयर किया था about a picture that you took by accident while you were traveling with your family, which won you an award. I would like you to share that with this batch of students.
Okay, let me.
आपकी पर्सनल ट्रैवल में आप थे और आपने
आपको हम भेज देंगे, लेकिन फिर भी फोटो अभी दिखा देते हैं, ठीक है ना? लेट द स्टूडेंट्स शुड सी दैट फोटोग्राफ। Is it visible? Sudha ma'am?
yeah, it is visible. Yes.
This is the picture.
ओके, बिकॉज आपने पिछली बारी बात करी थी, तो मुझे लगा इसको भी उस चर्चा का बेनिफिट मिलना चाहिए।
ये पिक्चर एक सिंपल कैमरा से लिया हुआ है, 6.1 मेगापिक्सल। और ये तब मिला है जब हम प्रॉमिस करके गए थे फैमिली को लेके कि 2 दिन हम सिर्फ बेटे का और तुम्हारा फोटो खींचेंगे, कोई भी अपनी फोटोग्राफी नहीं करेंगे। तो सेकेंड डे वाइफ एक थड़ी पे चाय पी रही थी, उसी के सामने जो होता ना पानी का नल, म्यूनिसिपैलिटी वाला वो नल था, आप देख रहे होंगे वो सीमेंट का चबूतरा टाइप का है। तो इनको ये चिड़िया दिखाई पड़ी, करीबन 8-10 चिड़िया आके वो नल से पानी का लास्ट ड्रॉप खींच रहे थे। तो वो बोले कि हम तो इनको बुलाना पड़ेगा, क्योंकि ये तो इनका सब्जेक्ट है, ये इसका हम नहीं इनको मौका देंगे तो बहुत बड़ा पाप होगा। तो उन्होंने हमको बुलाया कि दौड़ के आइए, यहाँ पे आपका सब्जेक्ट। और ये हमारे लिए एक तरह से क्या कहा जाएगा, ये मेरा आइकॉनिक फोटोग्राफ है, और इसी ने हमको अंतर्राष्ट्रीय स्तर पे ख्याति प्राप्त दिलाया। और इस इमेज की वजह से $200 हर साल हमको मिलता है एज ए रॉयल्टी।
Wow, so that's an encouragement. So your family is very instrumental in helping you catch your subject and get your award.
होता है ना कि वो क्या होता है कि एक वो कहावत है ना कि सफलता के पीछे एक स्त्री का हाथ होता है ना? तो पत्नी का हाथ हो तो और भी अच्छा है।
बिल्कुल।
ये
गर्ल्स प्लीज ask questions.
The picture you were talking about in the earlier part when you were telling us about a picture that you clicked on 6.1 megapixel.
voice is not very clear.
Sir, I'm asking if this one is the picture that you were talking about earlier, the one that you clicked on a 6.1 megapixel camera.
Sudha ma'am, can you catch those words? I'm not able to catch it.
Sir, she's asking like earlier you gave an example, right? That for clicking a good picture, you do not require a very good camera. It is
Yes.
about your skills. So Lisa wants to ask, like, is this same picture which you clicked by that camera? Like now you've shown a
Yeah,
particular.
yeah. That picture I clicked with a very simple camera with 6.1 megapixel. And see, it is all your technical knowledge, knowing your camera, knowing the technique, and the visualization. I will show you some example of mobile photography. Can I show you, ma'am?
Yeah, please, we are
Yes,
waiting.
sir.
It's very good, sir.
अब मोबाइल जैसे मोबाइल की लोग बोलते हैं क्वालिटी अच्छी नहीं होती है, बट आई कैन शो यू हाउ यू कैन गेट वेरी गुड क्वालिटी फ्रॉम मोबाइल. I am showing you some mobile pictures, which hopefully I will be rewarded very soon from Lalit Kala Academy if luck favors me. I am just showing that picture. Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
ये
Yes, sir.
ये हमारे मोबाइल से खींचा हुआ है Vivo X60 Pro से. अब ये क्या है कि हम लोग कहीं घूमते रहते हैं तो हमको कई जगहों पे जो पड़ा हुआ लकड़ी का पार्ट है कहीं फेंका हुआ है तो उसमें हमको ये विजिबल होता है तो इसको देखना पड़ता है फादर वेट करके. तो दिस इज वन वुड टेक्सचर कैप्चर्ड विद द मोबाइल, अनदर वुड टेक्सचर कैप्चर्ड विद द मोबाइल, थर्ड वन विद द मोबाइल. See the detail and sharpness and see the abstract frame, abstract look and formation. Again, this is also with the mobile. तो कोई भी कैमरा छोटा नहीं होता. You have seen how देखा आप लोगों ने
Yes, sir.
मोबाइल में भी क्या क्वालिटी होती है. लेकिन मोबाइल में भी कैमरा है, डीएसएलआर भी कैमरा है, मिररलेस भी कैमरा है. और जब तक कि आपकी तीसरी आंख नहीं खुलेगी कि किस चीज को कितना करीब जाके देखना है, किस एंगल से लेना है, जो लाइट का डायरेक्शन है उसका भी ध्यान देना पड़ता है, तब जाके मोबाइल से भी अच्छी तस्वीर मिल सकती है. और हर मोबाइल कैमरे में आजकल कैमरा काफी एडवांस हो गया है और उसमें सेटिंग्स में जाके आपको जो उसका जो बेस्ट फीचर है वो यूज करना है, नॉट द डिफॉल्ट फीचर.
So where can we learn like how to set a camera settings on the good, like best setting we can do for that particular camera?
You see, you are talking about mobile camera or DSLR?
Any, sir, means I'm
Any
talking
camera.
about, yeah, because
What happens when you buy a camera,
yes,
for
sir.
example, DSLR and mirrorless camera, you always get a user's manual, and everything is written in the user's manual. Then you have to know the function of each and every knob in the camera. Read the manual. In case there is a confusion, simply go to YouTube or go to Google, type your question. You will get enough text material, enough video clips on YouTube to learn that. Otherwise, you can always consult any good photographer around you.
Okay, sir. This actually I observed in my phone itself. So in my phone earlier the default setting was there. So the picture used to come a bit more darker when I used to click darker than
Yes,
the original
like,
scenario.
yeah,
But when I adjusted the resolution and other things
yes,
from a YouTube video, now the pictures are much more brighter and the colors are much more good.
yeah. So
So, but
that's why
yeah.
I told you कि always you go to the setting and set the best possible feature of your camera. Not only for still photography, even for the videography also. In video also, you will get 1080 resolution default, but you can you have the feature of 4K also. So you opt for 4K because nowadays the memory card is not very costly. Okay.
Yes, so now I've done it to 4K
Yeah.
resolution.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's how you can get the very good quality.
Thank you, sir.
सर क्या अगर ट्रैवल जर्नलिज्म पे आपसे चर्चा करनी हो प्योरली विच इंक्लूड्स स्टिल एंड वीडियोस एक अलग सेशन की जरूरत पड़ेगी या
मेरे ख्याल से
विच
अगर सिर्फ ट्रैवल पे करना है तो एक्सक्लूसिवली इस पर रखिए, ठीक है ना।
हाँ
दूसरा
जी
एक और हम आपको आइडिया देंगे। अब जैसे मान
जी
लीजिए कि अगर जो आपका कॉलेज में स्टूडेंट्स का प्रैक्टिकल होता है टू स्टोरी ऑन फोटो जर्नलिज्म और एनीथिंग।
इज अ पार्ट ऑफ द प्रैक्टिकल जो आज हमने किया पर मैं जैसे लास्ट ईयर भी मैंने आपसे फोटो जर्नलिज्म एंड ट्रैवल जर्नलिज्म करियर्स के अनुसार मैंने सेशन लिया था पर
हाँ
तब नंबर बेनिफिटेड ये तो इन्होंने मैंने बिटवीन द एग्जाम स्क्वीज कर लिया
हाँ हाँ, तो हम बता रहे हैं आपको कि उसका एक और चीज सबसे बढ़िया है कि
हम्म
जो इनका प्रैक्टिकल हो
हम्म,
तो दिल्ली में ही किसी फोटोग्राफर को बुला लीजिए,
जी
है ना। लेट देम स्पेंड ए डे और टू एंड
यस
स्टूडेंट्स टू क्रिएट द स्टोरी।
ओके
ओके, और दिल्ली में बहुत जगह है, आप तो
हाँ
करवा।
सर, वैसे तो है मेरे को लगा अगर आपसे एटलीस्ट एक ऑनलाइन ट्रैवल जर्नलिज्म पे जस्ट टू यू नो शेड मोर लाइट इज
हाँ
इट
हाँ, ठीक है, हाँ पॉसिबल है, कर देंगे, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है।
पॉसिबल तो मैं किसी को लोकली बुला लूंगी जब वो दूसरा
हाँ
ग्रुप है
जी
पर
जी,
एक इस दिस ग्रुप विच इज पासिंग आउट इन द नेक्स्ट 4 months
ओके
तो
ओके,
के करिकुलम में और स्कोप नहीं है कि मैं किसी बाहर वाले के साथ इनको ट्रेन करा सकूं बिकॉज इनके सब्जेक्ट बदल जाएंगे अभी एग्जाम के बाद मेरा सेमेस्टर बदल जाएगा
जी।
so these are the last few days I have with this group then they will jump out of my hands so
यस
I
यस,
want to enrich them मतलब my soul is not happy I haven't been able to do these things कुछ कुछ और परेशानियां आ गई थी बीच में शेड्यूल्स की मैं ट्रैवल जर्नलिज्म का एक सेशन इनके साथ आपका कराना चाह रही थी पर वो
ठीक है,
बीच में
कोई दिक्कत नहीं, कोई दिक्कत नहीं।
5 को इनका प्रैक्टिकल खत्म है अगर मैं 6 को सुबह या कुछ कुछ कर लूं ऐसे ही आई मीन बिकॉज
नहीं,
देन
फिर
आफ्टर
अभी क्या है कि अप टू 10th of January आई एम बिजी बिकॉज 7th को मेरा एग्जाम पे भी हम
ओके
करते हैं, है ना, दो का, तो जो बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट है, तो 10 जनवरी के बाद ही बहुत।
7 को क्या है सर
7th को मेरा एक धनबाद कैमरा क्लब है जिसके थ्रू हम हर महीने में एक
ओके
इंटरनेशनल वेबिनार करते हैं।
ओके सर उसका
तो
लिंक भेज दीजिए कुछ इन बच्चों के भी अगर काम आता है
ठीक है, हम भेज
लिंक
देंगे लिंक। तो
हाँ
उससे अभी इस बार क्या है कि मेरा ये गोल्डन जुबली वेबिनार है जिसमें कि वर्ल्ड के 4 टॉप नॉच फोटोग्राफर शामिल होंगे। अपना आपको हम दिखा रहे हैं उसका पोस्टर, तो साथ आइडिया मिल जाएगा।
हम्म
And if the students and you also join, I'll be very happy.
यस दैट इज व्हाई सर अगर लिंक भेज देंगे तो क्या पता सम ऑफ देम कुड जॉइन
हाँ हाँ, लिंक भी भेज देंगे, हम आपको हम दिखा दे रहे हैं। जस्ट वेट। Is it visible?
Yes, sir. It is
Yeah.
visible.
So on 7 जनवरी वर्ल्ड के जो 4 जो टॉप फोटोग्राफर थे, पहला है रिकार्डो बोसी हु इज द प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ सीएफ, FIES is the world only photographic platform or association which has got accreditation from UNESCO. Second is the J.R.S. Snellinger, who is the president of Photographic Society of America. Third is Dr. Barun Sinha, Secretary General of Federation of Indian Photography. And fourth is Anil Risal Singh, ex-president of Federation of Indian Photography. ये चारों जो वर्ल्ड के टॉप नॉच फोटोग्राफर्स है वो अपना बेस्ट 20 इमेज को डिस्प्ले करेंगे और डिस्क्राइब करेंगे. तो ये हम लोग का गोल्डन जुबली बनेगा ऑन 7 जनवरी 2024. ठीक है.
So we look forward to being a part of this event. sir.
Sure, I will send you link, मैम.
Sure.
लिंक भेजेंगे, जूम लिंक भी भेजेंगे आपको, ठीक है ना.
ठीक है.
और उसके अलावा क्या है कि हम लोग हर महीने में करीब 50 से 60 पेज का बुलेटिन भी पब्लिश करते हैं, ठीक है ना. तो जो कि 2-3 दिन में रेडी हो जाएगा, वो 7 तारीख को रिलीज भी किया जाएगा. तो एक हम दे रहे हैं ऑफर आप लोगों को, और आपके स्टूडेंट्स कोई भी चाहे तो अपना 2-2 फोटो हम आपके थ्रू हमको व्हाट्सएप कर दें. तो अगर फोटो अच्छा होगा तो जरूर हम पब्लिश करेंगे. ये एक ऑफर है स्टूडेंट्स के लिए.
That's very brilliant, sir. That's very kind of you. We will throw it open to the girls. Let them see what they want.
Yeah. Let them submit the photographs to you, and then
Yeah.
you WhatsApp me with the name of the student.
Yes,
Okay.
sir. Yeah.
उसमें जो अच्छे हो गए वो जरूर हम पब्लिश करेंगे. जैसे आपको हम जस्ट आई विल गिव यू अ ग्लैंस ऑफ माय बुलेटिन आल्सो. आपको एक पिछले महीने का बुलेटिन भी भेज देंगे और करंट मंथ का बुलेटिन का एक ग्लिम्स आपको हम देंगे. करंट मंथ का अध्ययन आपको हम ये रिलीज होगा 7 तारीख को. This is the cover page. अरे सर ये दूसरा ये नहीं है इसका. वेट, कंप्लीट बुलेटिन नहीं है. कंप्लीट बुलेटिन अभी इस फॉर्मेट में है. ये है इसमें हमारा एग्जीक्यूटिव बॉडी है. द चीफ एडवाइजर लीसा स्नेल्जर फ्रॉम यूएसए इज एडवाइजर लाइक दैट. Then we publish the achievement of each and every member. Then we do the photo walk. उसका कुछ पिक्चर्स देते हैं. जहाँ पे आपके स्टूडेंट्स का पिक्चर्स आएगा वो हम बता.
Okay.
जैसे ये ही इज चीफ एडवाइजर, उनका 2 पिक्चर अभी पब्लिश होगा. फिर मेरा पब्लिश होगा. ये दोनों पिक्चर मोबाइल से खींचा होगा. ये भी
Okay, sir.
ये हमारे क्लब के मेंबर्स का पिक्चर से. इसी तरह से आपके स्टूडेंट्स का भी हम 2-2 पिक्चर जो अच्छा होगा वो इसमें पब्लिश कर देंगे. ये करीब 60 पेज का बुलेटिन होता है जो वर्थ सेइंग. ये इसका बैक कवर पेज है. तो आपको हम 2 चीज भेज देंगे. एक तो बुलेटिन की कॉपी पुरानी वाली,
जी.
दूसरा आपको जूम लिंक
हाँ, for that webinar.
पीडीएफ फॉर्मेट. ठीक है.
Yes, sir. And we have to send you pictures before the 7th, no, of this month.
Not before 7, within 2 days, because I have to complete the bulletin also.
Yeah, compile and yeah. ठीक है, yeah. Yeah, that will be fine.
Then thanks everyone.
Yeah, thank you so much, sir. I request Meghalaya to propose the vote of thanks on behalf of the students.
Definitely, ma'am. Before that, I have just one question from sir.
Sure.
Yeah. Sir, you talked about this publishing thing now. So I love to do photography, and I have a lot of photographs. But I want to send you photographs. But in which theme should I send you? Like, there's some theme for na nature or something
So
like that.
I'm telling you, see, for this bulletin, normally we take photographs clicked in the current month, like the photographs clicked in the month of December are published. Okay.
Okay.
The reason is that we want to encourage the members to take out the camera and do photography every month. Okay. We do not take photographs clicked before December of this
Okay,
year.
sir.
Okay. First thing, there is no theme, there is no topic. It is open on any topic. It may be a family photograph, it may be a street life, it may be a portrait, anything you can send. But it must
Yes.
be clicked in the month of December. Got my
Mm-hmm.
point?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Uh, okay. Thank you so much, sir, for the clarification. And regarding the voter thanks.
5 सेक अब जैसे
Yeah.
इन्होंने आज ही सुना है तो या तो आज खींचेगी या किसी की पुरानी हो दिसंबर की या
अभी
अगले 2
हम
भी
बता रहे हैं मैडम, हम इन लोगों को टाइम दे रहे हैं ना, आज आपका 31st है,
तो
तो
बाय 2 जनवरी तक कोई
by third also you can submit, no problem.
Yeah.
I will take care.
ठीक है,
ठीक है ना,
दैट्स फाइन।
तो वो हम ले लेंगे, ठीक है। ये मेरा पर्पस
Okay.
इसीलिए है ताकि हमारे मेंबर्स कैमरा निकाले फोटो खींचे, ये नहीं कि 10 साल पुराना 5 साल पुराना फोटो भेज दिया, नहीं चलता, ठीक है ना। ओके, कैरी ऑन मैम।
Yes, sir, definitely. So on behalf of my whole class, I would like to thank to Mr. Mukesh Srivastava for conducting this session and telling us a lot about photojournalism and journalism in specific. And to be honest, I have not prepared anything for the vote of thanks, but all I want to say is thank you for this session, and we have learned a lot today, be it about photography, photojournalism, and journalism. You have shared a lot of your stories, and the story that you shared, the picture you clicked with the bird and the tap, it was so good. So thank you so much for showing us a lot of your pictures and sharing your experience with us. Thank you so much, sir, and thank you, ma'am, for organizing this workshop for us.
On behalf of my department and my development journalism group, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to Mr. Srivastava for, honoring and just butting in and doing us a favor at a short notice of about 2 hours only. And he agreed within 2 hours, and we went around doing the arrangements. And here we are, the session is almost over also. Thank you, sir.
Thank you ma'am, bye.
Once again for travel journalism.
Okay, thank you ma'am, bye.
Thanks.